Hi guys, welcome back or welcome to my channel. This is Lissy Boss. I am ready to write song 2. In fact, I have written so much this week. I was just on fire with ideas and fired up about the concept because I run a group online of newly single women, and I am so passionate about supporting people who have gone through a traumatic experience like a breakup to come through on top in a way that has integrity, that is, we're rising up as a better version of ourselves because of that experience and not tearing anybody down in the process either. And so that's kind of the concept of the song. I've called it Rule Well, and it's about ruling your heart well. Excuse the crackles of my cat playing around me. So I've got my blank art journal, my favorite thing in the world, just a blank page, and I've also got all the notes that I wrote during the week because I wrote the song as soon as I got some of the words. You guys gave me heaps to work with this week, and it's been a concept that's been brewing for a while, so it sort of didn't come out of nowhere. But this being a queen, standing in your own, but in a humble way, ruling well, ruling with kindness, but also, like, mostly that concept of our own journey. Someone left a comment that was, you look like a princess in that, and then someone else said queen. A few people said queen, and that's where the concept came from for the song. So this is my draft with a bit of percussion in the background from my kitty cat. I don't think I really have a tune yet for it. It's more a rhythm. We'll see what comes out. Wow, you look like a princess, love like a queen. You're so used to hiding, now it's time to be seen. Running from the titles, stereotypes. Being the opposite is still living a lie. Live out your purpose, know who you are. A boss and a queen, righteous by far. No apologies, no takebacks. It's time to be seen. None of us sit up high enough to look down on anyone. Be your own queen bee, rule your life and well and see. With stillness and trust, deep peace in the dust. Let the storms rage if they must, but know your deepest fears. Let the sadness form tears, sit with them and release. Feel them and be at ease, that all is well. Rule well, queen, rule well. A princess in training, learning to name it, regulate and tame it, but then throw off the chains and childlike joy again. Find wonder and then find the princess within the queen. Rise again, queen. No, rise again, queen, rise again. This time with wisdom and power from the journey you endured and the wide-eyed honor you give to what you purged. It's the old and the new coming together for you, for your good, for the good of all. Rule well, queen bee, rule well. And this is just notes at the end. So, like, these are three different versions of stuff that I need to, like, pick the best and put into the song. Then I have a see, when I journal, sometimes I use words that I wouldn't actually put in a song, so I'm not going to read those ones out. Don't mess with me, I've learned, you see, from... Oh, no, that's a naughty word. Now mess with me and you will see, I rule with grace and I live with ease. Going with the flow, my head held high, but I'm living on a tightrope, but I got my balance, I'm alright. Oh, I'm living on a tightrope, but I got my balance, I'm alright. So, that just came from reading the little bits and pieces as they came up through the week from you guys. And now I have a list as well. Fierce, queen, elegant, beautiful, creative, strength, determination. I like that word. Determined to be something. I like that as a first line. Passionate, confident, spirit-filled, fun. An angel whose inner light shines bright. Oh yeah, I had an idea for the bridge there. I must have recorded that. Yeah, that'll work with rule well, queen, rule well. So I'll have verse 1, chorus, verse 2, chorus, bridge, chorus, maybe. That's the basics. I'm aiming to condense all this down to. It's amazing how little words you actually need. I always have way more than I need. So bridge, that's the angel, inner light. I did record something on that, so I had a tune, melody pop in my head. What else have we got? Power, determination again, confidence again, knowing. That's a powerful word too. Rule well, queen. Rule well. From that inner knowing. Your confidence. I'm trying to rhyme with well, and I've come up with spell, but I don't like the idea of like has you under a spell, because I don't want to put anyone under a spell, so to speak, but it's like from that inner knowing. You can break the spell. Very oh, someone gave me the word fairy tale. Yeah, you can break the spell, meaning the all the limiting beliefs that we have, all of the rubbish we tell ourselves in our heads every day. So that inner deeper knowing on that spiritual level can break the spell of your mind swirling. I'm just going to put that, of your mind swirl, which kind of rhymes as well, depending on how I do the rhythm. Could work. Rule well, queen, rule well. From that inner knowing, you can break the spell of your mind swirling. And the tides turning from princess to queen. Rule well. When we travel, I like that. When we travel from our teen years through to our 20s and 30s, I feel like there's this big, we all go through trauma of some kind, and there's a chance to become bitter. And it's like all the way from that idealistic princess to queen, when you are, in other words, from growing up to, who you are as an adult, when you find yourself, when you are perhaps forced to redefine yourself, then it's that sense of not losing who you are, but also not just going back to who you were before the experience, because you have that innocence of the child before the world, through what it threw at us, all the experiences that shaped us, and lots of experiences and sometimes a lot of pain, but a lot of lessons. And then you get to this age where you are, finding yourself as an adult and going, I get to choose who I want to be, and I'm going to take responsibility for my life in all areas of my life. My identity, self, my health, my wealth, and my social circle and influence. So in that, I heard this cool thing in the week. Jordan Peterson was talking about, reaching emotional maturity is about getting to that point where you can reach back, grab a hold of that childlike joy, wonder, who you were before your experiences, and put that together with all the lessons you've learned and gained, all the wisdom you've gained through the struggle of life. And that's where you find this newfound freedom and assurance within yourself that you know who you are. You can rule your life well. You can make clear decisions. You can also be free to post things on YouTube and not care what people think about you. Put yourself out there a bit. Because, you don't have to do that. That's just my version. But, yeah, that's what that chorus. Now I've got a chorus. That's pretty cool. And then, about this angel inner light shines. From that inner knowing, you can break the spell of your mind, swirling from the tides, turning from the princess to queen. Rule well. Queen, rule well. So that rhythm sort of works. I don't have a beat for this one yet. And I'm not sure what style I want to make it. The styles that I play with, that I love to blend as my style, is, starting from the beginning of my influences, it would be, soul, pop, Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, and Boyz II Men, that the rap coming in with One Sweet Day, and then into more modern versions of that, Ariana Grande, Taylor Swift, in terms of pop. Then just like the beats of the 90s R&B, and combining hip hop, R&B, bit of rap, but with that like groove of the 90s. But then also I love reggae and that real groove as well. It's kind of similar actually, just a different way. I'm thinking with my dancing, it's like hip hop sort of more side to side, and reggae is like forward and backwards. That's how I think of it. But it's got this sort of groove to it. I love island life, so if you see me on any other socials, you'll see obviously I'm at the beach a lot, and that influences my music a lot. So the sounds of like an island beach party, and that doesn't really go with this kind of the image, but it sort of does. haven't nailed it yet where it sits in this. Maybe I did think actually maybe it's more a ballad, a soulful ballad. And I just like rap, I think, because I can talk more in one song, get more words in. And that's just how I think. I think it comes to me in a poem often first. Sometimes it comes in a tune first, like last week. Okay. This is a really cool line that a friend popped in on social media. A phrase that came to mind when she saw the image. Her value is priceless, her potential is limitless. She is a queen. Angel in a light shines. I feel like I've got a pins and needles coming. That's not what I was going to say, but that too. So I'm just going to stretch out. I've got a tune in my head here for this. Now, this might sound crap because I'm doing it live, but Angel in a light shine, in a light shines, rule well, queen, rule well. Angel. I don't know if I want angel because queen and princess is already the theme. It's kind of a slightly different. Bye-bye angel for now. But inner light shines. How did... an angel whose inner light shines bright. Oh yeah, I already did record this, but sometimes I will do a few ideas and then go back and listen and go which one sounds better. Because that idea is on my phone that I'm recording with. So, okay. Inner light shines. Ooh. So, like a word like remember. Vision and power and strength. A vision, I really liked that as well. I think remember is the feel I'm going for. Remember your inner light shines brightest. Your vision is when you are, like when you're at your best. Like that's my greatest strength is I'm a visionary. It's when I'm at my highest, maybe. Don't love it, but I'm gonna go with it. Remember your inner light shines brightest. When vision no, then I just thought of the image of wearing the crown, of me wearing the crown, and the look in my eyes, it is that determination. So I don't really want remember. So the way that I tend to write my songs is like I'm talking to myself. Like the first Just Be was I'm talking to my own soul, like hang in there, you got this, just be, just strip it all back and get back to a soul level, who you are. This is kind of similar, the way it's shaping up. It's like you're telling yourself to remember Your inner light shines brightest when you're doing what you love mostest. And that's not good, but that's the idea. When you're doing what you love mostest. It's not fitting the picture right now in my head. I'm going to start again with this idea. Remember your inner light shines. I love the quote, without vision, the people perish. I want it to be a more powerful bridge, I think. Yeah, I don't like that. Bye-bye. Without vision, the people perish. That's another word from you guys. A moment captured. What rhymes with perish? A moment captured. See, I've got this little da 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 da. Remember your inner light shine. No. Remember inner light shine. I can't remember what I did. Without vision, the people. No, don't like it. Without vision, the people perish. A moment captured in time. Repeat whatever tune I just did, because I think that was all right. Dig deep, deeper. Dig deep. Dig deeper to find the strength you thought you left behind. Strength you thought you left behind. The strength you thought you left behind. And then, I'm running out of room. List. Strength, determination. Oh no, that's too many. Strength, passion, confidence. Power, strength. Well, a vision of power and strength in you. A picture that makes your heart sing. I don't know. What did I just do? Oh yeah. Vision, power. A vision of power and strength. A picture that makes your heart sing. That was cool. That was someone's line. I have to go back and check whose it was. If it was you, comment below. A picture that makes your heart sing. Oh my gosh, Sonia, I think it was you. I found it really beautiful and meaningful personally that two different people picked up the word vision. And I don't know, I don't think that word's come up from other people to me. I use it a lot about myself in journaling, like knowing who I am, that create for myself a vision, create for myself goals, and I love to be an ambassador for different visions of different companies. That's sort of what I do with marketing for different companies. But the fact that other people picked up on it, that really meant a lot. So I definitely want that in there. And that was just a really unique way of putting it. A picture that makes your heart sing. Yeah, I think that was you, Sonia. Queen. Oh, fierce. We haven't got the word fierce. Fierce is such a cool word. Oh my gosh, one time when I first started teaching, I taught this class. I was a very chill teacher. I am a very chill teacher. My approach is usually motivational and relationship based. That's how I connect with the kids and motivate them to get their tasks done. But this class was not being motivated by any of my chillness and kindness or softness that was sort of epitomized to me at the time. And I had to learn the hard way to become a little more fierce in life, shall we say. But that class was such a milestone in me learning this. Even before my life went through a crazy turn of events about 4 years ago. This was like 10 years ago. And I had a principal tell me, he was just there on supply, and he told me basically to go in with really clear boundaries, expectations. And of course that was the area that I struggled with, because the gray is so hard. If you say, we're going to work quietly, be focused, that doesn't work. And if it's not working and you can't pinpoint when they're too loud or just stepping over, you give them an inch, they take a mile kind of thing. And so the advice was, make it clear, no talking whatsoever. And so that was how it started. But I had to go in there ready to deliver this really clear expectation and stick to my own boundaries and really just gain back this sense of, right guys, I'm steering this ship. We're all going to be okay. We're going to get this done. We're going to actually do well in the exam, because I was freaking out. I'm like, it's my responsibility to get you guys over the line. So to help with my confidence, I put on my best, highest, shiniest black pointy heels, stilettos, and my business suit. And I walked down there with the clip, 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 clop of my heels, and I was like, got my pile of stuff. I was ready with my plan. And it was just such a, I would have hated myself saying it like this, but kind of like a character that I was putting on. It was helping me be confident because I knew I was dressed fierce, right? But I didn't think of that word. I thought it was hilarious that this class, I overheard someone whisper after this class happened, and it was successful and it was great. And I learned a lot and they learned a lot. I learned about leadership. I learned about boundaries. I learned about confidence, and so a lot of these things actually. Strength and power, determination, knowing. Yeah, lots of these things. Anyhow, the reason I'm saying all this is because it really it helped me see that, what was I saying? What's the word I loved? Fierce. Oh yeah, overhearing the fact that this class had described me to other students as, oh yeah, Miss Boss, she's fierce. And I was like, Oh, that's hilarious. No one ever would have used that word to describe me pre that day. Well, not that I know of, anyway. So that was kind of funny to me back then. Now I'm like stepping more and more into my fierceness in a really what it is it's self-control. It's boundaries are self-control. It's controlling what you can, what you are responsible for yourself, and not anyone else, not anything around you, but you are controlling how you operate in this world. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I like this for verse 2. I don't even have verse 1. Oh yeah, I do. I have all of this. But I really want to say something meaningful with my songs. So, I like this idea. So the story, so then I draw on the fact that my story from child to adult, this what's it called, metaphor that I'm kind of using of princess to queen. As a child, I had this fierceness, this fire that got knocked out of me pretty hardcore, probably from the age of 5 upwards. And I've been rediscovering it ever since probably 15 to 17. And really only in the last couple of years found it on another level. I'm like, I feel like I'm coming back to who I am. So maybe that coming back to who I am, why I this phrase that I used to say as a kid, which I think is kind of funny, and I don't know, has anyone else ever felt like, why are the adults around you, like as a kid, you're like, why are you talking to me like a child? Why are you talking to me like a child? Determined to be seen and heard, but they can't handle my wild. They being anyone around me. I didn't feel like I fit in. I was a, what do you call it? Square peg in a round hole? Why are you talking to me like a child determined to be seen and heard? But they can't handle why are you talking to me like I'm a child determined to be seen and heard, but they can't handle my wild? not a good word, squished. Squished into a box. Square peg. Square peg in a round hole. That doesn't, rhythm isn't right, but I can rework it. This is totally different to what I've written. Anyway, this is what happens. And then I'm like, hey, I actually do have like 4 songs about queens. Square peg in a round hole. Now, what have I got as chorus? Rule well, queen, rule well. From that inner knowing, you can break the spell of your mind swelling, of the tides turning. Kind of works. But in the story, she's not a queen yet. Now I'm aware I only have half an hour to film this, and what am I up to? I've just passed it. So I have to just go with whatever I've got. Because I want to finish the song. It doesn't matter if it's not the best, because I can tweak it, and I will probably spend hours tweaking it, and it might come out totally different, but I want a complete verse, chorus, bridge, chorus. So all I need is another 3 lines for the second verse. So the first verse is like reflecting as a child, the fire, the wildness. Fierce is what we're playing with right now. Square peg in a round hole. What was it? One of my teachers said to my mum, about me, that like my fieriness would pay off later on in life. But it wasn't the word fiery. The square peg in a round hole. Ooh, I have a chorus. Breaking down walls. Boxes, like to do with boxes. Recorded on the phone. So I'll have to find that. It might fit. Breaking down walls. Now that sounds more like rock in my head. So it could be rock. I want it to be like, always have the element of from the sea to the stage. It's not really like much to do with the sea, this one, but it's just always, it's part of me. I want it part of my vibe, my branding. Okay, Melissa, let's go. I'm giving myself 2 minutes to finish this. Breaking down walls. I don't really want to repeat the coming back to who I am, but what was I saying there? Princess. The difference between princess and crown. Princess is in training. It's kind of a sarcastic, suck it up, princess. You're in training now. Why are you talking to me like a child? Thinking, why are you talking to me like a child? Determined to be seen and heard. Determined to be heard, but they can't handle my wild. Heard. I didn't know I needed to be seen as a kid. No, it wasn't until therapy and years later. But they can't handle my wild. Squished into a box, square peg in a round hole. Squished into a box. Expectations and not expectations and not a good fit. For the mold. Yes, that works. Wild mold. Square peg in a round hole. Something like your time will come. Time will tell. This fierce. Time will tell this fierce EIRC soul all is well, because I say that later on. Nice. Okay, and then rule well is what comes into it. So rule well, queen, rule well. She rose